Hello and welcome to more Kaldheim draft. Ooh, I gotta change my display. But anyway, we have in this pack, we have 30 seconds, Shadow of the Scalds. X the top 4 cards of your library until the next turn you can play those cards, and whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a counter on a creature control seems good. I don't have time to read this because I had some technical difficulties. So we're just gonna try and take the rare here, and then I'll fix my overlay and then we'll come back. There we go, that looks better. Okay, pack 2, what do we have in this pack? So our first pick, this is the rare. Normally, again, my default thing is just if you're opening packs and you've just started the format, I think this is my second draft ever, just take the rares and see how they play out. This seems quite good. It's 4 mana to kind of draw 4 cards. You have to play them all at once, but when you, until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. So it's weird that 2 and 3 trigger. I guess it's a little bit better than just getting the points, but basically you play this and then you get like a bunch of counters. Whenever you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, you may copy it, and you can play red, so this can let you double spell. That does go well with showdowns. Shimmerdrift Veil is good. Priest of Haunted Edge is very nice. And then when this dies, it makes a token seems good. I'm going to try Dual Strike again for the same reason as taking the uncommons here. Ooh, there we go. Crush the Weak. 2 damage to each creature, and if a creature dealt damage this way would die, exile it. So now, if we want to, we can do 4 damage to each creature. This is 3 mana, create a treasure token. And then search your library for a card named Halvar, God of Battle, or an equipment card. Put it into play. That's okay. Cinderheart Giant, 7 mana, 7/6. When it dies, it deals 7 damage to a creature an opponent controls chosen at random. Is also just fine. I like that this gives them a bird creature type. That seems fun. I like the artifact land, or the snow land. Kind of want to just go for Crush the Weak though. 2 damage to each thing seems good. It kind of synergizes with what we have so far of Showdown of the Scald's Dual Strike. Because this is going to be putting counters on our creatures, so we can like grow them above our above 2 damage, and then like we can 2 damage to everything, so it seems good. 3 less to cast if you control a giant, 6 damage to target creature or planeswalker. So I think giants are in red-white. There's a lot of like changelings as well, so Squash is pretty good. There's some snow cards. Alpine Meadow is good fixing if we want to end up red-white. Boast, this deals 1 damage to each target. You can only activate this ability once if it's attacked, but it is a 5 mana 5/4 that can ping something, which is good. This can trade for a 6 toughness creature, which is kind of relevant. There's actually quite a few 6 power, 6 toughness creatures around. I kind of want to just take Squash though. 5 mana for 6 damage seems pretty good. We're also cutting red really hard. Like, I think Crush the Weak is probably good in Giants, and it's an uncommon, so it kind of signals like that's what we want to be doing. I kind of want to, I don't know if I want 2 of these, but it could be good. Open the Omen Paths, 3 mana, add 2 mana of any one color and 2 mana of any other color. So you basically 3 mana add 4. And then you can also choose to pump your team if you want. That's fine. This, you may discard a card, then draw. Seems okay. Untap and put a counter on it. That seems very good. So it's a 4 mana 3/3 that can attack as a 4/4. I'm going to take the Braggart. I think that seems better than the second Crush the Weak. It also cuts white a little bit, which could matter. Runed Crown, we have 3 mana. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a rune card and put it onto the battlefield attached to this. Ooh, okay. That seems pretty good. Most of the runes draw cards, so this is basically a 3 mana equipped creature gets +1/+1, draw a card when it enters equipped 2. So that will be good almost no matter what. This is an enchant creature. Gives +2/+2, and then you can exile it to get back equipments or auras. So kind of mitigates the damage, the card advantage loss of someone killing your creature. Tormentor's Helm, red. Enchanting creature gets +1/+1. Whenever it deals blocked, it deals 1 damage to defending creature. I'm gonna take the Ruined Crown. It seems like the highest upside if I can get a couple good runes. This is just an aura, right? Yeah, okay. So here's our giant. It deals 7 damage. It's a 7 mana creature, which is quite a bit. Shackles of Treachery, gain control of target creature. So you can steal the thing. If there's an equipment, it dies. That is quite good. Whenever creature deals combo damage to a player, create a treasure token. I think I'm going to take the giant. I want a few giant synergies. It seems like a good way to close out the games. What is this? Sacrifice it. It deals 3 damage to target player and they discard a card. That's nice. I kind of want to take Shimmerdrift Veil. This is mana fixing. Kind of. It's like a worse gate, I guess. Although I feel like this card's good too. Maybe I'm just overvaluing this. It is a 4 mana creature, I guess. And this is Foretell, so you can spend 2 and then pay 1 to make it 3/2. That's also really good. But it does die to Crush the Weak. We only have 1. I guess I'll take this. It just kind of helps with our curve quite a bit. Okay, so we're seeing some green. What is this again? You gain 2 life for each foretold card. That's not going to do much. That card's just fine. I don't think it's bad, but you have to really go deep on foretell. This is like a giant growth, which I like. Ooh, this is good. Holy cow, that's a good card. Strategic planning. I guess I'll take Shackles of Treachery. Yeah, sure, I'll take this. I could definitely see siding this in some situations. Wow, way down? I guess I should have taken the black, red dual land. I guess black is very open. Way down seems good, right? Target creature gets -3/-3. Also, Dogged Pursuit. Just gives you late game inevitability, but I think I want to try out way down. I could be wrong, but here's our giant. He's a giant coward. That's fun. He can't block alone. He's a 4-mana 4/4 though. I think that's better than taking another 7-drop. Helps our giants. Here's a Troll Berserker. So red is definitely open. I think we can say that quite confidently. Destroy target artifact or land. This card just seems kind of bad, so I'll take Smashing Success for the sideboard. Counter target spell, so it's Disdainful Stroke. This card is very good. What the heck? +1/+3 gains flying and you untap it. Like, that does so many things. That's going to be a nightmare in combat. So right now, we have one black card. We saw some good black cards later on. Ooh, this seems good. What does this do? Search your library and or graveyard for a rune card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and you may pay 1 rather than pay the mana cost for rune spell. So if I get runes, we have Rune Crown already, so that's going to be good. Not too many good red cards. There's a 3-mana 3/2, which is just fine. This, choose a creature you control. All damage that will be dealt to creatures you control is dealt to that creature. And then you get a creature back with a flying counter on it. Ooh, that seems good. I'll try out Runeforge Champion. I already have a Rune Crown. So if I can get a couple good runes, I think that'll be good. Well, we get the On-Color God. Whenever you cast a spell, add red. Creatures you control can boast twice. Or you can discard a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards these turn. Wow, both of these are insane. I like them both. I mean, I'm just going to take her. She's already a 3-mana 3/3 on color. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, if it was enchanted or equipped, return it to its owner's hand. Okay, I mean, I have to take that. That's insane. There's so many good cards I want here. What does this do? Whenever it enters the battlefield, you may pay 5. You make an Angel Warrior creature token with Flying and Vigilance. Oh my goodness. I feel like this card's actually better. This is 7 mana for a 6/5 Flying Vigilance Flyer. This card's way better. I want both, but this card has a chance of coming around. This card's so good. I don't know. That was a really tough pick, but let me read this again. Oh, I see. So the equipment does not give creatures Flying and Vigilance. Okay, so the equipment's not as good as I thought, but basically if you have 7 mana for this, it's going to be insane because you make a 4/4 Flying Angel that gets all these boosts. Okay, what do we got here? More Braggarts. Maybe I'm just highly overvaluing that card. Seize the Spoils. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create a treasure. So that can help us ramp out our big giants and expensive spells. That can help smooth our draws, so I think I just want to take that. I'm really looking for at least 1 rune, though. I do like Squash. Probably just going to take Squash. We'll probably wheel Cinderheart Giant. Not too mad about that. I don't really have any, like, small giants to combo with this, but even just 5 mana to do 6 something as an instant is great. And then, you know, if we do get up to Craven Hulk or Cinderheart Giant, we can do some more fun things. Here we have Axeguard Cavalry. It's a nice 2-drop, which we don't have. Giving Haste is great in our deck. We could pick up a bunch of Dogged Pursuits. I like this card. It feels like it makes the late game like really difficult for the opponent, but it's hard to make work. Oh, wow. Sacrifice this, search your library for an aura and or equipment, reveal them. You can get both? I mean, I think I have to take Demon Bolt, right? 4 damage to anything, 3 mana. You can foretell it. That seems absurd. I want the Armory. That seems so good in our deck. Here we have Raven Wings. Fearless Pup is a 1 mana 1/1 first strike that can attack as a 3 power first striker. That seems good. I don't think we really need Snow. I'll take a Fearless Pup. I want a rune. Like, we need a rune to make our Oracle work and to make Runed Crown work. Or not Oracle, where is he? Runeforge Champion. So, we just need 1. I don't even think it has to be on color. And I'm going to say this because a lot of times when I'm drafting, people say like, Caleb, you passed a rune. There was a blue rune in one of the packs. I think there was, but I passed the blue rune. I think there was Valkyrie's Sword and then the red-white like card that I really wanted. Obviously, these cards are way better than the rune. Like, this is just something that I'm aiming for, but if it doesn't work out, like, I can just not play these cards and my deck will be totally fine too. What do we get here? We get a Dwarf Berserker 3/2 haste or another Ruined Crown. I don't know if I need two, so I think I could just take Dwarf Berserker. I could take Invoke the Divine for the sideboard, but I guess a 3 mana 3/2 haste is just okay. Right? This is not a rune. Well, I'll take it. I'll take Ruined Crown. I don't know. If we end up with a bunch of runes, I guess I'll be pretty happy to have this. This is a giant. It has Foretell. That seems good. That seems like what this deck wants. And we got Cole the Forge Master, so our gambit paid off. I figured the red-white card had a higher chance of coming around than the other one. None of these are runes, right? What even is this? Well, unless the cast if you control a giant or wizard. Search your library for an instant or sorcery card with the same name as a card in your graveyard. I think Wings of the Cosmos. I don't know. Maybe I'll want two sideboard cards. We get another big giant. Take this. We get another squash? Okay. Mono red giants is open. Alright, we got two of these. 2/4 Flying Lifelink. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Whoa! That's some black-white card advantage. I like it. Realm Walker, 3 mana 2/3 Changeling. Choose a creature type. You may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may cast spells of the chosen type from the top of your library. That's very good. Holy cow. There's another Valkyrie's Sword, which I do like. Revitalize is good. Highland Forest doesn't really help. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1, and when it leaves the battlefield, make a spirit, but it's not a rune. I guess maybe I'm overvaluing runes, right? This just gets runes. Library, hand, and or graveyard for a rune card. Alright, I'll take another sword. I basically, at this point, just need to find ways to survive because my late game is so good. 5 damage to target tapped creature. That seems good. I like that. Squash is probably going to come around. The Firewalker is a 3/2 that lets you cast spells, but I think, honestly, the way this deck is shaping up, right? I don't think I'm playing the Ruined Crowns or the Runeforged Champion, but I just have a bunch of giants and a ton of removal. So if I can just survive until I get out like giants and squashes, I'll be okay. And basically the idea is this kills creatures that attack. But it's a little bit more versatile than that. We get the Legendary Creature God. There's another Cinderheart Giant. Not too many white cards. Frostbite deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Oh, that's perfect. I know we were passing like snow plains and stuff, but even just this being a shock is just great for our deck. This card, I think I read it before, it like depends on legends, but the Ringyard Crest, yeah, it only ramps for legends. Oh, I see. You choose a creature type and only ramps for creatures of that type or legends. Okay, that's a little bit better. But I think we're just gonna take Frostbite, wheel another giant. I don't think we need that many 7-drops. Target creature you control fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Add red, put 2 counters on a creature, you gain life. It's a bit odd, but I kind of like it. I mean, I guess we take Invoke the Divine. I don't know. Oh yeah, we also have double Valkyrie's Sword to help us out, so I think we'll be okay. What does this do? 2 mana 2/1, other dwarves get +1/+0. Whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token, sacrifice 5 treasures, search your library for an artifact or dragon card. Okay, I'm down. That goes well with Dwarven Reinforcements. Sure. It's also a really good 2-drop, like on its own. We get another... Wow. There's a lot of cards I want here. I feel like this making treasure tokens and then finding an equipment is actually really good for our Valkyrie Sword game plan. I kind of like that because it just accelerates us and then we can like cast the sword and get things. So I kind of want to take that over Seize the Spoils. But it's possible I'm supposed to take Seize the Spoils because like red-white is kind of clearly open. Oh, I only have one of these? I thought I took a second one, but maybe not. So I don't think these are working. I'm going to move these to the sideboard for now. It's a bit unfortunate, and it's possible. I hope it didn't come up where like I just didn't see a rune, but I like where we're going so far. So I have like a couple dwarfs. Is this a dwarf? No, she's a god. No other creature type, just straight up god. Kind of fun. I think I have a hasty dwarf somewhere. I don't know. Ooh, we get another Frostbite. I have so many playables. I could take a snow-covered mountain, but I think there's like basically no way I get up to enough mana, like snow-covered lands where I have 3 snow permanents to make Frostbite work. So even if I end up sideboarding this, oh my gosh. Well, I mean, we just have infinite removal. So it's hard to go too wrong. Demon Bolt, triple squash. I'm a bit worried. I'm not playing Wings of the Cosmos. I don't think this is a Fearless Pup deck anymore. I'm not playing Goldvein Pick. I think I like Seize the Spoils. Crush the Weak deals 2 damage. I do like that as well. Dual Strike is insane in our deck. X-Guard, Braggart. I think it's worth having. We have dwarfs, like synergies. Not playing Smashing Success. I think I need to play Cinderheart Giant so that way we have like late game. Otherwise, we're gonna have some issues. So this costs 1. Here is a thing, but I think at this point I want to take some fixing, at least one piece of fixing, because you know one way I could easily die is running out of cards. I don't think I want Doomscar Oracle. Winning the game is going to be a little... Oh no, I have Valkyrie's Sword. Yeah, we don't have to worry about winning the game. We have those. Plus, Call the Forge Master means like things never die, which is pretty awesome. I think this deck's very good. Do I want another Squash? That's a really late Spirit of the Elder Guard too. And Path of the World Tree. I feel like this card's actually very strong, and probably people are underrating it if it's going this late. Like, it's not that hard to activate because it searches for a basic land on its own, and then if you have just a little bit more fixing, like, you know, maybe like turn 10 you can activate it. I don't think I need another Squash. I don't know if I need an... I'm not going to play 2 Shimmerdrift Veils, so I'll just take a 5th Squash, I guess. Mostly this is there for like... Basically, if Frostbite is not good against them, I'll side this out and bring in Squash. Invoke the Divine Defiance sideboard card. So like, you know, if they just have a deck full of like Cinderheart Giants, I'll be pretty happy to have a bunch of Squashes. And I don't really want that many tapped lands. Interesting. We're getting Arnie Slays the Troll. This format feels really nice in terms of like, this card's very good, right? Whoa. Wait, that card's insane in my deck, right? It might even be worth going blue. Let me look at this again. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage, if a giant, wizard, or spell you control dealt damage this turn, draw a card. So basically, like, if I hit something with Squash, and it does more damage than they have toughness, I get to draw a card off this? Well, now I regret passing Shimmerdrift Veils. I didn't know this card existed. I think I played against it last round, but it just didn't register that, like, that was something I could end up with. That card's so good, but I don't think it's worth wrecking. Well, I have 2 Seize the Spoils. Let me think about this, actually. I was going to say it's not worth wrecking my mana for, but I have 2 Seize the Spoils. I have Forging the Tyrite Sword. I have a Shimmerdrift Veil. And this card, I mean, it's insane. It's the best combo with Squash you could hope for. So that's something. Could get rid of the Braggart. Like Iron Verdict. We have double Demon Bolt. I'm putting those in the 1-drops. I guess they're technically like 2-drops, really. This is a land. 26, so I need to make at least 2 cuts. I could get rid of Hagri Mob and then just be like only big stuff, because like basically we're going to win off of swords plus Cinderheart Giants. We have so much removal, and I want my creatures to be big enough that Frostbite doesn't really stop them. She goes well with, I mean, I have a lot of treasures. I don't really have any of their dwarfs. Is this a dwarf? I have one. I have 1 dwarf to go with Magda. But she also combos with herself. So like you just play her turn 2 and attack once. She, you know, makes a treasure token. I think that's good enough. I honestly think this card's worth playing. I have enough treasures to make it happen. Although, you know, it is a 3/3. Man, this is hard. I think... Oh, I definitely don't want Shackles of Treachery. So... Put a puzzle counter on a creature control. I don't even know if I want this card because my deck is so reactive. I actually don't think I'm playing the rare that I first picked because my deck's so reactive. Like, if I play this and exile 3 Squashes, this is an important point that's kind of nuanced and hard to explain. Like, yes, this gives you 4 cards, but when you're playing a deck like mine, which is almost exclusively answers, one thing that could easily happen is you just run out of win conditions, right? I have like 2 Cinderheart Giants, a Titan, and then some Valkyrie Swords, and that's about it as far as like things that win the game. And one of the major concerns isn't so much me running out of card advantage, because I'm going to be able to answer most of their things like 1 for 1, and then I recoup card advantage from Valkyrie Sword and things. The biggest concern for me is just running out of threats to actually win the game with, and I feel like this kind of exacerbates that problem a bit more because of the potential to just hit some other things. That combined with the fact that like most of my cards are reactive, so like if I hit this and just hit a bunch of Frostbites that don't do anything, I'm not going to like it. So I think I'm actually just going to put Agar in my deck, and alongside Shimmerdrift Veil and a lot of treasures, just splash Agar. I have Seize the Spoils, Forging the Tyrite Sword, Magda, that's it, and Shimmerdrift Veil. That's like essentially 4 free blue sources. I don't hate it. I could run basic island. Oh, at this point I'm like very little white too. I didn't even realize Valkyrie's Sword is like my only white card. And Forging the Tyrite Sword. I think given this I actually probably need to run 2 Seize the Spoils to make my mana a bit smoother. I can get rid of Axguard Cavalry. Is that a dwarf? It is a dwarf! Oh, that is really good with Magda. Is it a dwarf? No, she's the god. I recast a spell, add red. I mean, that's so good. Alright, I guess we'll get rid of Iron Verdict. I have so much other better removal, and that one is white. We can do this 13-2-1. Because I don't want to play the Valkyrie Swords until late. Cole the Forge Master I don't really want to play until late. Forging the Tyrite Sword I kind of want, so I could see going up to 3. In fact, I don't need that much red. I can go down to like 10 red. I'm adding 16, so 1, 2, 3. This isn't the craziest mana base I've ever seen. I really do wish I had taken more of these, but I think this seems alright. I don't know. We'll find out together. See you guys at round 1. Oh, right, we're playing against... I don't even know how to say that. We're going to keep... This hand, it has most of our colors. It's got the combo of dwarfs. Our opponent has some snow-covered plains. I really like how that looks. And we draw squash. It's perfect. We will lure them into thinking we are red, which we are. Story Seeker, 2 mana, 2/2 lifelink. Okay. So, I think I'm going to play Magda first. Because Cole, I think, is a little bit more important. Magda's kind of like, you know, I can attack with her and then get a treasure and then it's kind of fun. Cole is like, I can equip a sword and then something never dies forever, which seems very good. I have to remember that it only gives tokens plus 1/1, so it doesn't do it for creatures. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, draw a card. Seems cool. Let's see if they attack. They do. Okay. I'm actually going to offer the trade with Magda for Vega. That seems okay to me. I mean, I don't know. The fact that they didn't keep Story Seeker back tells me they want to trade, but this is like pretty risky for them. If I have any combat trick, they're just in so much trouble. Okay. It's a race they want, it's a race they have. So we get to go play Cole, whatever her name is, and play another mountain. So next turn I have 5 mana, so I can squash. I can play and equip Valkyrie Sword if I need to. But this seems fine. I'll take 4. And then I could even just attack with both of them. Okay, so they do kill that. Understandable. And then I take 4. That seems okay. I draw a second copy of Squash. Go Plains. Attack for 2. I don't think I want to like waste the sword just yet. And then I can Squash if they foretell something with Vega. I'm like dying relatively quickly, but next turn I can start squashing things, or even this turn. So they do foretell. And then they play Story Seeker. Yeah, I think at this point I just have to kill their thing. Because they're going to draw a card when they play it off the foretell. So this is like denying them 2 cards. Plus it kills their flyer, which is like the only thing I can't deal with right now. Okay, that's a good blocker. I think I just play this as a 3/3. And probably just hold back Cole. I'm not winning any races here. I think the red mana goes away at the end of your turn, because it says you don't lose that mana as steps and phases, but it doesn't say you keep that mana as turns end, but I'm not sure. I don't know if that stays forever, because if that stays forever, that seems absurd. And also very good for my deck, because I can like squash and then use that mana to play Valkyrie Sword next turn. Ah, they play the Braggart. Okay. So if they go for the Boast, I have Squash. That's a funny sentence, but it is what it is. And they do swing with both. That seems very ill-advised, but maybe they know something I don't. I'm going to keep Call around. That seems fine to me. I do get a land, so I get to play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm 1 mana away from starting to deploy some just giant flying creatures. My opponent has 2 spells in hand and 1 spell foretold, because they've been missing land drops. Not the best for me. I'm pretty weak to Disdainful Stroke specifically, but if Bergie, I don't know how to say this. If this person's ability works favorably for me, it's going to be really nice. Vigilance Foretell. Sure. So they didn't even attack first. They do nothing. At this point, I think I'm just going to hope that Bergie's ability works how I think it does, and then I get to keep this mana. It does not. Never mind. But I drew a land anyway, so we're good to go. Play this. Add red. Oh, I didn't even need that because I just wasted a squash. I feel silly, but my deck's full of removal, so I think we're okay here. This is just gonna be like the world's biggest flying creature ever. Let's make our thing. Why does this card exist? The old 7/6 flying vigilance creature, huh? Go ahead. So, hoping they don't have an answer to my Angel Warrior. If they do, I still get to keep the sword. And I mean, I have another sword, so... This is why this was my late game plan. This card is insane. Strategic planning, okay. They binned a strategic planning in a land, so they must have hit something quite good here. Foretold card number has entered the exiled zone. Battlefield Raptor flying first strike, you got it. Oh, by the way, this has vigilance, for whatever that's worth. I don't really want to attack with Bergy. Let's just hit them for 6 in the air. They chump block, so we've entered the abyss. Then we play another one. Another one. Pay the manas. That's so stupid. Why is this card the most insane thing I've ever seen? It makes the creature, but then if the creature dies, you still get this sword. They're just dead. Oh man, this is great. Okay, so they have a bunch of random bad cards. I think we're good against random bad cards. Ooh, okay, what is this hand doing for me? It has Crush the Weak, which is very good against their deck. Shimmerdrift Veil can name blue for Agar. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this on the draw. Hopefully we hit a plains, but I think like just naming blue for this seems fine. Like I have this card. We have Demon Bolt. Yeah, blue. Because now I can play him and then Demon Bolt and then draw cards and then oh, it's gonna be so good. Also, Bergy. I'm just gonna call her a different thing every time. Bergy plus like all of these single red foretell cards seems insane. There's Squash. I do need to draw a card here. Or draw a land here, but I'm gonna foretell Demon Bolt, I think. That seems like the most initially useful one. And any land in the next, like, I really am fine for a couple turns, but I really do want to get down this dude. Next turn we're gonna foretell Crush the Weak, because I think that's gonna kill all their random 2/2s and 1/1s. Whenever you cast your second spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Yeah. Yeah, so now we suspend or foretell this one. And they're gonna make a giant board and they're gonna lose every single creature they own. I can even double cast it with dual strike. Like, basically, if I draw lands, we're winning. If I don't draw lands, I'm also winning. So this can only go well for me. This does 4 damage, right? This thing, yeah. So I can take a hit off the Braggart land. Nice. And it's a plains, that was perfect. How greedy do I want to get? I guess here's what I can do. Well, yeah, I can play Bergy, and then that lets me block or whatever. If they kill her, that's fine. If they don't kill her, I can play Agar, and then Agar adds red, and then I can play spells anyway. So I think it makes more sense to play her here. And then next turn, play this and start killing stuff. Because I think long term, this is more useful. And in terms of like playing both, it's easier to play her and then other spells. And if I need to like, you know, cast all of the burn spells in my hand, I can do that in like 1 turn. Which is pretty spicy. So they have 2 foretold cards, 2 cards in hand. So they have at least 2 known spells. And they're going to boast this, which means I don't draw a card off Agar, but I think that's okay. No blocks. Interesting they did that ability before blocks, but it is what it is. So let's go blue, this, and we're going to Demon Bolt. Can I Squash? Squash costs 3 less to cast, it costs 2. No, but I will be able to very soon. This is so good. I'm literally living the dream here. Is this a rare? It's an uncommon? Okay. Then we Demon Bolt you. Add red. I don't think I can do anything else. Well, I can play Crush the Weak, but that seems like not something I want to really do. Do I attack with Bergy? I don't think I do, and the reason is I know they have that card that destroys tapped creatures. I just don't want to give them the opportunity to kill her before I can do crazy stuff with my hand. Because I'm about to squash some things. A lot of Valkyrie swords. So squash costs 2 mana. I can squash the God's Hall Guardian. I have like too many options and it's getting like difficult. I think I'm just gonna squash this. I don't draw a card though. Yeah, sure, we'll kill it though. This adds red. And then I can suspend, at this point, probably Demon Bolt or Foretell. Do I want to attack and give them the opportunity to kill one of my creatures? I don't think I do. Although it is a lot of power here, right? They can only kill one. Okay, fine. You can kill one of my guys. And they have to have specifically that one card suspended. They probably do, but even so, I think I'm doing okay. And they didn't have it. Yikes. Okay, they did. They just wanted to take 3 damage. Pretty weird, but we'll take it. So now, they're gonna like double spell, and then we're just gonna do 2 damage to every creature, and then it's gonna be great. That does really limit my mana production. Like, I have all these Valkyrie swords that don't do a whole lot. Man, they're really making creatures that I can't overkill, and it's kind of annoying. Magda, Brazen Outlaw. So both of these cost red. Demon Bolt can kill Mistwalker. Guess we play Magda. It takes some damage. They only have 2 cards in hand, so it can't be that bad for me. But yeah, losing my creature was a bit annoying. I should have just played it safe, because I could have gone like Magda into Valkyrie Sword. Into... No, just those 2. So I can take 2 in the air. That's fine. Really looking for some extra red manas. Take 1 in the air? What do they have in hand? Strategic planning, okay. Another strategic planning. So they get a 1/1. Whenever a creature is dealt damage. So it doesn't really matter that they have a 1/1, because if I do extra damage to it, then, then I get to draw a card. So they didn't get Story Seeker or Vega the Watcher. Okay. Raven Hulk. What do I want to do here? This deals 2 damage to each creature. Dealt damage this way would die. Exile instead. Does this trigger if I crush the weak everything and I overkill? Does that work? So I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna foretell my dual strike and then attack with both, because I need the treasure basically. I get a treasure token, and then based on how they block, we can decide if we're gonna like crush the weak or do other things. I'm hoping they go for the double block of my 3/3, because that would be just insane. There's no way they do that though. That makes sense. And I guess at this point I probably just want to crush the weak. It's a sorcery. Right. So I can Demon Bolt the Spirit and keep this alive, but that seems pretty bad. So we'll just let this go through. Pass turn. We have the treasure. Revitalize, gain 3 life, draw a card. Sure. I'm not too worried about their life total. All I'm worried about is my inability to draw lands in 9 turns. They make a spirit creature token. So I want them to activate Mistwalker here. Hopefully they will. Move to blockers. No blocks. Activate it. You want to hit me for more. Why aren't you activating this? What do you have? Alright, let's Demon Bolt the 1/4, I guess. Make a 1/1. Foretell. Okay, I mean that kind of makes sense. So now I get to wipe their board. And I draw a land. Crush the weak deals 2 damage to each creature. I think I get to draw a card because I'm hitting a spirit here. Nice. And I draw land. Absolutely perfect. So I have dual strike, which doesn't actually help me anymore. I can play Craven Hulk, which is a giant, which goes well with Agar. Or I can foretell and go for Doomscar Titan. I think it makes more sense just to play this. Hit them for 3. They have 1 card in hand and 1 card that's been foretold. Or wait, they have 3 cards that have been foretold? No. Okay, just 1. And they drew a land, which is also great. The 3/6. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we foretell this. And I can double block their 3/6, I guess. Which will do extra damage and I will draw a card. They drew a land per turn, so they just have 1 card in hand. If they attack, I think it's too greedy to not double block. Okay. And if they don't do anything and I draw a land, this is going to get bad. Because I have 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, next turn I can start playing Valkyrie Swords. So let's play this Titan. I'm actually not going to attack. We're just going to hang tight here. Start playing swords next turn and get them there. Yeah, they're flooding. They just drew another land. That's game, I think. Ooh, squash. So I can double squash. That doesn't actually do anything. Let's just play a really big sword. Alright, fine. We kill this. 6 damage. Oh, this doesn't even cost that much. Now they're super dead. In fact, that's lethal. Why did I even go for the sword? I could have just killed them. Whatever. See you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against BSK Hercules. We're gonna go first. And our hand is so good. Look at this. We got Magda into Cole. We can Shimmer Veil for white, and it's perfect. And we get to go first. Everything is amazing. Our mana is perfect. We have the one island I need or whatever. We just need our opponent to not have a blocker for Magda. Ooh, a lot of good things here. Let's see. I'm gonna start with this. This is the highest upside. It's also the riskiest. But if we play Magda and then attack with this for 3, they don't have a blocker, it's like really good. If they play a 2/2 here, I'm gonna be pretty sad. Because then I like have to trade Call to get the treasure instead of Magda. But if they just foretell, which is like a common line on turn 2, we get to hit them for 3. Okay, so we get to play Magda. This is actually going to get really disgusting really quickly. We play Magda. We attack them with Call. We make a treasure. This is so fun. I love this. They take 3. Then we play Island and we play this Cavalry. And now they're like, oh, we got to kill this dwarf thing real quick. I hope there's nothing that's like, do X to all creatures. That would be unfortunate. Let's Sky Berserker. When you cast your second spell each turn, put 2 counters on it and it gains Menace. Okay. Well, they just did a thing. That's not great. We do have Crush the Weak. That's sort of a I can crush the weak. This card's insane, holy cow. What do I want to do here? Sacrifice 5 treasures, search your library for an artifact or dragon, put the card onto the battlefield. I could play Bergie. I could play Craven Hulk. That's a 4/4, which is kind of nice. Because I could just start tapping this to give haste to things. I can attack with Cole and give haste to make 2 treasures. That's obviously not the worst idea. I also maybe want to play the Horn. So I think we're going to play the Craven Hulk. And then I can give it haste, which makes a treasure. Question is, do I want to attack with the Hulk? It trades for their 2 mana 3/3, but I think that might be okay. Because then it is a like beneficial attack with Cole. Because basically if they want to trade off with this, then they don't have good blocks for the Hulk. Let's get aggro, making more treasures here. Mostly, I think this trade is better for me because I think they want to take this before they trade off for my 4/4. The main reason this is better is because I can then crush the weak, because this is going to die to crush the weak anyway. So I just want to get as many treasures as I can in play. We'll see how they block though. I think double block on the 4/4 is pretty reasonable. Trading your 3/2 for my 3/2 is also pretty reasonable. And they do go with that. But at least they take 4. Crush the Weak is so bad right now. Death No Berserker. Okay, do they have another spell here? They do. Yikes. Whenever it dies, make a token. Yeah, their deck is quite good. And they attack with a 5-power menace. Yeah, we'll take 5. The thing is, can they double spell again? That's the real question here. I think I'm going to play the Horn and discard a land card. We play those cards this turn. Okay, so now I can Demon Bolt something. What do I want to do? I have to tap with the Cavalry. Demon Bolt does... Oh, I can actually clean up the board here. I can... Yeah, I can clean up the board. So I have to attack with Magda here. So I think I just attack with the Cavalry and Magda. And then I cast Crush the Weak. Because I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. And no, I don't have enough mana for this. Right, this costs 3, this costs 3. So I don't have enough mana to do that. Well, the Craven Hulk can't block alone. So I guess I might as well attack here. And then I can just like tap the Cavalry to give this something. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so they just chump block. That makes sense. Then we give this haste. And we Demon Bolt the 2/2. And they have a 5/5, which will be problematic. But it's not the end of the world. if they have another double spell turn, that'll be really bad. I mean, that's like the actual dream start because they double spelled on turn 3, turn 4, and turn 5. And that's like, even if they didn't have the Berserker, just getting that much value out of your spells in general is like insane. Okay, so we take it. I think we're just going to end up discarding Crush the Weak. I don't really want to cast that given my current board state. And I don't think they're double spelling, which I also enjoy. So if I can draw like the giant stomp card, that'd be good. Dusk Wielder. Target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay. So what do we got? Crush the Weak, duel. Oh gosh. I think we're just discarding Crush the Weak. It kills their stuff, but it like kills all my stuff. And Crush the Weak Dual Strike doesn't even kill that thing. So let's discard this. Mountain, Forging the Tyrite Sword. Okay, I can discard Dual Strike because right now that doesn't do anything. Because I really want to find an answer to their Menace guy. Although I guess I can just double block here and that's not so bad. They have 1 card in hand? Actually, maybe that's not so bad. We could just go Mountain, play this. And then like, if they force us to do something to like kill this, then I can discard a thing and try and find some burn spells or whatever. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense to me. We just passed turn, we're at 10, which is sketchy, but not the end of the world. As long as they don't double spell, which, you know, they did foretell, so they just cast that for its mana cost. Okay. They attack, maybe. If they don't attack here, we're so good. They do attack. Oh, they're scaring me. They keep attacking and then not attacking. If they they don't. Okay, that's perfect. And they just foretell. So now they have 2 foretell cards. So now for sure they can double spell next turn. We get a dwarf token thing. We get a treasure. And this lets you sacrifice 5 treasures to search for an artifact card and put it onto the battlefield, which I think we're close. So we're going to discard this land. Frostbite and Agar. Ooh. Okay, I like that. So let's go Agar, this guy. Then whenever you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. So we can Frostbite something. I really want to dual strike and Frostbite a token though? I don't think so. I think I just kill this and then draw a card. There's a mountain that I can play. Let's discard this and see what else I hit. Demon Bolt Mountain. We're going off. We're actually going off. So now I can do this. Play this mountain. Play this mountain. Play Dual Strike. Then Demon Bolt. Here. 1, 2, red. And we copy it. Same targets. So now I get to draw a card for killing this. Oh, it's glorious. Sudden Seize the Spoil seems good. The Cavalry can give Agar haste, but I think we're just going to attack with the Craven Hulk and pass turn. If they chump block, then I also get to draw a card. This is the dream. They're swinging out, which kind of signifies that they're dead. Block here and here. They have like a team pump, maybe that's bad. I go to 9, sure. I get to draw a card off Agar. What? Oh, I blocked backwards. That's fine. Destroy target creature or planeswalker opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. That's actually not too bad either. So they get to kill my Agar, but I don't really mind. Like, I'm just decimating them. Sure, you die. Create. Whoa. Okay. That was an insane turn for them. Alright. This gains haste. Double Seize the Spoil. Search your library for a card named Halvar or an equipment. So we're going to get this, and we're going to play this. A white. Oh, and give this haste. Get a treasure. Hit them for a 6. They go to 4 life here, and then I can, I guess, trade this for 2 more treasures. And then I have a land and Cinderheart Giant. Sounds good. My deck is awesome. We are firing on all cylinders here. I really messed up that turn. I should have played a lot safer. I gave them basically like max value, but it didn't matter because we just destroyed them. I think our deck's good. Let's run it back. You don't know how badly I want to keep this hand. Double Frostbite with a single mountain on the draw. Oh, if I draw blue, we're good to go. They had... I'm going to keep. This is probably good. I just need any untapped land and we're good to go. Perfect. Yeah, mountain's good enough. I just have like infinite burn. And then if I draw a blue source, I can play him. I can play squash. Like, It's just good. Whenever it dies, create a 1/1 white human warrior. Okay, so I think I'm gonna frostbite this. Now they get a 1/1 instead of a 2/1. Not the best situation, but still gotta prevent damage. And then I'm gonna foretell Demon Bolt. And then draw an untapped island and play Agar. Artifact and enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Cool. Ooh, the Titan's good too. So I can foretell the Titan and frostbite. I can frostbite now or I can wait. I think it kind of makes sense to just frostbite now. Last turn. Because like, I don't know, I don't want them playing like a 5 mana or artifact or enchantment. Yeah, exactly. They just, oh, that's good. Alright. So they start getting treasure tokens, it's a 2/2. I need to draw a land. I can't even block with Craven Hulk. Yikes. Yep. Oh man. Their deck's so good. Mountain. So I can play Craven Hulk. He cannot block. But they just get a treasure, so I think that's okay. They only have 2 cards in hand. That lets me play Squash for cheaper. And it, like, I could play Demon Bolt. I can also just start attacking with Doomscar Titan because their deck seems relatively cheap, so the treasures aren't like that big of an issue. The fact that they didn't equip over here is a bit concerning though, because that means they maybe are going to use all their mana. Holy cow. Their deck's full of 2/2s. Can I please just draw my card that does 2 damage to everything? Magda. Brazen Outlaw. Demon Bolt. This guy costs 5, which I currently don't have access to. We're in trouble. But I can play Magda, I can block with both of them, I guess. Opponent has 1 foretold card, which honestly is probably just going to give them a bunch of zombies. So they block like that. I mean, I guess I block like this. Do I also kill the token here? I think the answer is no. They get a treasure, so if they have the thing that does damage to something that was hit this turn, it's going to be rough. But, like, I can't afford to not block there. What is this much mana? You may search your library for exactly 2 cards not named this. An opponent chooses one of those, put the chosen card in your hand, the other card in your graveyard. Well, at least I have Squash, so I can kill that. And I don't want them to know what I have. They can find a card to protect it, but I think it's better to preserve the information that I can kill this creature. I love that they can't be named Burning Rune Demon, so you can't like chain this. But this is a really cool effect. I like this a lot. Alright, what do we got? Way down, Feed the Serpent. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Way down they can cast this turn. So I choose the one to go into their hand. I guess I give them Feed the Serpent because it's more expensive. Way down doesn't kill my Doomscar Titan though. I'll give them Feed the Serpent, it's more expensive. And they have a thing. Okay, so we're gonna squash this. 6 damage to you. Don't have the white mana actually. Yeah, we're in trouble now. So they can exile my thing and start hitting me for damage. They don't have a foretold card anymore. They don't have black mana though, I just realized. So I think I do just have to kill this. I can't afford to take this much damage. I could kill this and that denies them the black mana, but I think it's like so likely that they're just going to get black mana eventually that it's not worth like risking that. This is really brutal. I can attack for 4. So they just kill it. Okay, that's actually good because now any land I draw can create a blocker. So I think we're really like land off the top, good to go ish. They just foretell. Come on, deck. Any land, untapped. Squash. I can't even cast it. Oh boy, right? This costs 5. So I can't even play that here. They play that. So I take 5. So now I can just draw the card that does 2 damage to everything, which they know I have. I get another treasure. I think we're dying here. So now a blocker doesn't do it. It has to be the card that does 2 to everything. Island. Just a little bit too slow. Alright, well, I did keep a 1-lander, so I can't complain too much. I think my hand was good, I just a little bit too slow. But my deck, overall, I think is pretty good against them. I almost want to bring in the 2/3 because they have so many 2/2s. Yeah, actually, we're going to get rid of this and bring in just a random 2/3, just because it blocks so well. Run it back. Alright, going first. Let's win this one. Oh yeah, sure. It's really slow, but we have all of our colors. And this deck has a lot of ways to remove excess lands with like looting, so I don't actually mind keeping a 5-land hand. We can lead here and just have this name, I guess, white? No, I'll just name red, I don't know. I have all my colors, so it doesn't really matter. That tells them that I have my other colors in hand. I don't like that. But there's so many things we can draw here that will get us out of this. Okay, so they just have infinite 2/2s. They hit us for 1. We'll see what they have next. Also, this is a really insane rate. 1 mana 1/2 flying first strike explosion raptor. They foretell. Come on, deck. Spell. I mean, technically. Technically is a spell. Oh man. If we could even out our last game and this game, I think we'd be in great shape. But now we're just kind of all in on the thing that does 2 damage to each creature. Oh, please. I need it so badly. Deck, spell. Demon Bolt is fine. What do I kill with that? We're gonna go like Demon Bolt into Squash, I guess. Play this. Do I want a Demon Bolt on my turn? I guess so. They have like a lot of effects that matter with creatures dying, so it just makes sense to kill that now. Especially because I have Squash in hand. Okay, that is pretty good against my deck because I don't have that many blockers. But at the very least, we're going to be able to kill stuff. They wouldn't have equipped to the Courser anyway, so I don't think it really makes that much sense to kill. What is this? What are they doing with this mana? I'm just going to follow it up with a 2/2. Okay, just foretell. Still, it's a lot of mana advantage, and it's possible I was supposed to wait. Drawing only lands this whole game is pretty brutal. But we have 7. We will get up to Cinderheart Giant mana soon. So we are going to squash their flyer here. Just killing everything that can attack through the Cinderheart Giant. Because, like, I can block this pretty easy. Equip there. Just a 3/4. Okay. Ooh. We actually might do this. And that's why I was okay holding this many lands. It's like, we have a lot of good 7 drops in this deck. Another pick. We'll let them equip that. Yeah. Actually, I think I'll squash now. I don't know if there's like a +2/+2 effect in white, but this plays around that at least. So if they play a creature, we play Cinderheart Giant. If they don't play... Okay, so they get a 2/2 zombie. So now we can play Cinderheart Giant. It's a 7/6 trample that blocks really well. Play another planes. I actually need double white for Valkyrie Sword, which is not something I had considered until just now. Go ahead. Would you like to kill this? Yes, you have a 1/1. That's fine. They have 1 card in hand. Nice. Then I could play Valkyrie Sword next. I think we've just stabilized. Ooh, I even have Squash. I think it's a bit better for me to play the sword here. Just because it's so mana efficient. Let me think. I have 7 mana, right? Yeah, this costs... Yeah. This card's so good. Oh my goodness, it's good. And it's like really unlikely. I'm going to hold this land in hand. I have a lot of things that want to discard and I don't need that much mana. So we'll pass turn here. If they play a second spell, they can give this menace, but we can just double block. And now we take over the game. We can play Horn of Bounty. I guess I'll attack first. My good old 6/5. This is the late game we're dreaming of. I love this deck so much. And I don't want to get too greedy. We're going to play the Horn of Bounty. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'll scare them with blue. Blue-red. We'll play this and then not activate it because I have a lot of spells that like 7 drops I'd like to cast later. We did it! We're in the finals. I gotta look at this deck again. Let's just take a quick look. We've been trophying at a deck. It is mono burn, double Valkyrie Sword. I think this card is one of the best cards in the set. I mean, I've played 2 drafts, so I haven't seen all the cards, but this seems just absurd. And yeah, the horn is like a really strong effect. Like, holy cow, that's good. I might make a version of that as the red ancestral for Vintage Cube, actually. That'd be fun. And yeah, the deck's good. And I've also had a lot of good Magda draws. See you guys in the finals. All right, we're here in the finals against Coach JBK. I had to take a quick break to make some broccoli, but we're ready to win now. And I'm going to keep this hand. This deck is very, like, land hungry. And again, we have a lot of ways to make use of excess land, so I don't really mind keeping a hand like this. I kind of want to wait to play the Axguard Cavalry. We'll wait and see what happens, but I think I might suspend Demon Bolt on turn 2 instead of playing this. We'll see if I draw, like, one of my Dwarf payoffs or not. Scry 2. Draw a card, then you may reveal a giant card from your hand. When you do, Invasion of the Giants deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. I need this card. That seems like perfect. So that tells me they're likely playing Giants, which means maybe I do just want to play the Axe Guard Cavalry and get in there. I just realized this art. It is ridiculous. Look at that goat's face. He's definitely prepared for battle. Let's see how they scried. Put 2 on the bottom, okay. Do I want to wait, or do I want to hit them for 2? I have Frostbite. My hand's really bad against big creatures. I think I'm going to go a bit greedy and try and hit them for 2 here. If I happen to draw one of my dwarfs, specifically the one that can make treasures when I attack, like, it's going to be insane to be able to play the dwarf, tap this to give it haste to make a treasure, and then attack and make a treasure. And I think that payoff is worthwhile when my opponent's playing, like, yeah, if they're playing Craven Hulk, they probably have a bunch of big giants, and Crush the Weak is going to be something I just save to discard later on. So we might be in the mirror match, which means I'm probably not in a good position. Let's attack for 2. Because I just have all these like things that do cheap. Although I do have a bunch of whoa, what's up with this? I guess they can't eat it. This ambush doesn't really work. So this is just like a fog. That's actually fine with me. We suspend this, or foretell, whatever. And we're saving Valkyrie Sword. I mean, that's the late game card. This card seems good, especially for limited. I think I saw it last time and was like, that seems fine. I didn't realize how many giants there are, especially if you're casting like the 7-drop giants. Do I want to Frostbite their 1/2? I don't think so. I think I'd rather save Frostbite to team up with another burn spell. We play Craven Hulk. We can kill that with Demon Bolt. Augury Raven. We're in a bit of trouble. Kill this. Normally I would not do that, but I think I kind of have to here. So I can Crush the Weak. I think that's kind of bad. We'll just pass. Hoping that they play like a lot more 2/2s, and then I can get better value out of Crush the Weak. They showed Craven Hulk. I mean, it's possible they just don't have that many giants. They're like blue-red tempo, and then the Hulk doesn't matter. Taking 3 is fine for now. When it's holding up all of their mana. I think I'm going to still wait on attacking. Basically, I would be trading 2 for 1, but the late game favors me so much. I'm just worried about them like annulling my Valkyrie Sword or something. Or like Disdainful Stroke could definitely be a card they have. My deck's very bad against Disdainful Stroke. Glimpse the Cosmos. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 in their hand, rest on the bottom. As long as you control a giant, you may cast this from your graveyard by paying blue. Whoa. Okay, I needed that card. That seems insane. And when this enters the battlefield, if you control 3 or more creatures that share a creature type. So this is a bird human rogue. So it's just a 2/4. Not great, but not the end of the world. I can Frostbite something? That seems bad. There we go. Seize the spoils. That's what we wanted. So I guess I want to keep this white. Because if I draw the dwarf, I want to cast it. And I'm just going to discard a land. I think Crush the Weak has a chance of getting there. I don't know why I wasn't suspending Crush the Weak. That was just an oversight. That actually might come back to haunt me. Cinderheart Giant. So I can go... Glad I discarded a land. Play land. Foretell this. Pass turn. Opponent's got a lot of things going on. They have a shapeshifter, so they can cast Glimpse the Cosmos for blue. I thought this made 2 treasures, but I guess not. Just draws 2 cards. So, how much mana am I going to have next turn? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm considering chump blocking here, but I think I'm not going to. Well, yeah, I'll chump block. Oh gosh, they have so many big flyers. So I guess at this point I'm kind of just locked into Frostbite the 2/4. Or I can wait and then Frostbite the Mistwalker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess we're gonna go with that route. We're gonna go Mountain, play the sword. I actually cannot Disdainful Stroke this. This comes into play, we make a thing. And then we have Frostbite back for if they get a little bit hasty with Mistwalker. If they kill my Angel, I'm like super dead, but yeah, they have Squash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're dead. They do have to pump their Mistwalker. So we just gotta hope that they double pump. Ooh, they don't pump! Okay, so now we can draw the spell that copies spells with Crush the Weak. And that would save us a little bit. Copy spell. Call the Forge Master. No. We're super dead. Alright, game 2. We're bringing in... They just have so many 3 toughness dudes. Not a big fan, but I think we're going to want Squash. They have a lot of flyers. Do everything that deals with flyers? I mean, Wings of the Cosmos kind of does, but not a whole lot. Craven Hulk can block their Craven Hulk, but that's just fine. I honestly kind of want to get rid of Doomscar Titan. It's a little bit worse than Craven Hulk if we're trying to play this many squashes. And we'll run it back. I hope my screen color change wasn't too disorienting, but it keeps going on. I've disabled it like a million different ways, and for some reason the recording picks it up. This hand I cannot keep. We will mulligan. This hand? Basically, can I win on a mulligan to 5 with this deck? The problem with this deck is it needs land and spells. I think I can do better though. Yeah, this hand's better. I'm gonna get rid of Dual Strike and a land. This hand's actually not bad. We have Bergie, and if we just draw like mono lands, they don't do anything, and then we cast our first spell on turn 5, we're good to go. What could possibly go wrong with that plan? Yeah, the Mull to 5 I think is going to do us in, but if we just draw running lands, there's a very good chance of winning. Or if we draw like, basically the reason I thought mulliganing made sense is because like, basically any hand that has the dwarf that makes treasure tokens is also like a very good start, because we can just start like going crazy with treasure tokens and recoup the fact that we don't have too many lands in play. But the problem with Bergie is like, we need ramp over turns, and this red mana, like, we're not going to be casting many spells in one turn right now. Cinderheart Giant. I think I'm going to play for the late game. I think I'm going to wait to play this. I don't think I'm going to win by playing a single 3/3, but I think the flip side is a really strong effect that can help me recoup card disadvantage if I can get up to 5 land. Like if I just draw, what is Mist? No, Mistwalker's so good. If I just draw like running lands, well, they can cast Mistwalker for like 1 mana too. Running lands. We need a land here. Plains? Oh boy. Go ahead. It was bound to happen eventually. I mean, I'm gonna take 3 damage here, probably. I guess that's like the best case scenario is I take 3. Yep. Man, and they have a giant to follow it up. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Alright, we need a land or something so badly. Seize the spoils. Honestly, if we hit that into a land, that will be good. Discarding. Valkyrie Sword costs 7, the same as Cinderheart Giant. I think I honestly discard the sword. So we need to hit a land. Nice, we did. Okay. We hit another Seize the Spoils. So now there's hope. I take 1,000,000 damage. And I can't really rely on blockers because... Oh, they didn't even pump. Oh no. Another Craven Hulk. Okay. Yeah, I can't really rely on blockers because they probably just have 1,000,000 squashes in hand. We get a land that enters tapped. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can they kill me? Yeah, this can gain 3 power. If they play an untapped land, they can kill me. Okay, so that's good to know. What do I do about it? I can squash the Craven Hulk and then take 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8 damage and fall to 3. And then I squash the other Craven Hulk. That doesn't quite work. So I could play Bergie, but that doesn't really help either because I don't have an untapped land. I can try and go big for Cinderheart Giant by playing Seize the Spoils. But I think I know what I need to do. I need to play this horn face down. I'm dead to any land, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or wait, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I'm not even dead to a land. I'm just dead on board. So I can't even play the horn. Alright, playing this. Naming white. I think we're dead here because I got a squash that uses my treasure, then I only go to 5 mana next turn. Yeah, I think we're dead, but if my opponent really misplays this, it's possible we could come back. Because I was, basically, here's my thought. If I get Bergie, or the Horn of Bounty in play, then I can keep activating it to try and hit the card that does 2 damage to each creature, plus the card that copies it, so I can do 4 damage to each creature, and that would wipe the board, but they just had lethal in play, so there's no way I can go for that line. Now, if they do something really conservative here, and I draw, like... Oh gosh, they all share a creature type. Why? Why? Well, I think now we're very close to dying. I can squash this, but then they pump and kill me. So now I have to seize the spoils away the Cinderheart Giant and then play Mogd as a chump blocker. Yeah, if I seize the spoils away the Cinderheart Giant, I hit land plus the 2 damage burn spell. Then if they pump up their Mistwalker, I can do something. I don't think we're winning here, but this is close. Go. Yeah, I'm just dead on board, but it's possible they played a bit safe still because if I have a burn spell to kill Mistwalker, they lose, but they're just going to squash my Mogda and then kill me. Or maybe not even do that and just, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Man, I think if I didn't mull the 5, I would have had a pretty good chance in this game. We were just like 1 land short. Because I think I bottomed a land too. Because I was going to play Burgi and then mass activate. Yo, let me see. Turn the game. Mass activate. We were a ways away. Anyway, this deck was sweet. Unfortunate loss in the finals, but let's look at this deck. I think it had everything my opponent's deck just like had 4/4s. It was like a better version of our deck. But I really liked our Valkyrie sword. Were definitely worth splashing. This felt good. I mean, this goes and finds our Valkyrie sword, which is sweet. And this card felt very much worthwhile. We had the burn to deal with our opponent's deck. We just didn't see it. So mono squashes would have been fine. We just needed like changeling creatures to be able to cast them easier. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.